Hey guys, welcome to the YouTube video. Today I'm back and I just looked at the records. Turn it down. And I just saw that I just found out that Hendon Hooker is the league MVP. Even if we don't make a deep playoff run, we got MVP. And well, he's not up here, but it's all quarterbacks. So look at him. We got everybody. We got TJ Watt up here for DOPY. Only though he's not up closer because I don't know, he been injured, I guess. Him, Hyatt. We got people on everyone. Yeah. I think it's because we 15-1. He did what? Okay, that's linebacker. Highsmith. JP had 9 picks. Anyways, let's get to the video, bro.
Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 18 of the
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You look at this Steeler defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
First carry now for Gus Edwards. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
So here are the Steelers backed up to start their initial drive. They're brought out by a fellow Tennessee alum, CD, taken in the 3rd round. It's the rookie Hendon Hooker.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Hooker. Austin is there and brings in another one. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
No surprise to see him running again here. Is something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. Inside the 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, for the offense, it looked like that drive had the makings of something good. They were starting to hit a groove, but the defense clearly had other ideas, not only to force the turnover, but to handle the scoring themselves.
Yeah, no panic in their eyes, was there, partner? Think about it this way. A Hall of Fame coach once told me the best characteristic he liked out of his teams was that they didn't flinch. This group, they got pushed back in an early series, kept their composure, and made a big play that swung the momentum their way.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. But they also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. To throw on second down, here's Hooker. Fighting to stay upright. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Well, that'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so, oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, that was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still...
They'll start out here with the option left. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, Jackson will keep it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson options out left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now a 2nd and 10. Off the option, here's Edwards. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
On 1st and 10, Hooker. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Jared.
Come on, set. Cougar 19. Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Throwing on first down. Hooker dancing to his left. Here's one deep for Pickens. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Hooker going to try to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
This 2nd and 4. Jackson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Here we go. Hey, check back, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Hooker being chased out left. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw. Hooker. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is in for the 2 points, and they're back within a score as the lead's cut to 8. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. They go play action with Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt gets in there to...
Here we go, set, Cowboy 80. Panther 11, Panther 11.
They go play action here on 1st down. Here's one deep for Pickens. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, a dynamo since the break. 3 third-quarter touchdowns. And the Steelers have come back to make it a 2-point game. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it worked.
Mike 15, guys, Mike 15, all right? You're not ready. You're not ready. Mike 15.
They'll start with the option, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw is Jackson. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Come on out here, come get some. Come get some. Come out here, come get some.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. This is taken around the 12. Unable to corral him. He fights through. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you can get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore, because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Running left, here's Patterson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Hey, check back, back six.
Back to throw. Hooker. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Looking to throw. Hooker. That is caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On 1st down, Hooker finding Pickens for another catch. He's got room to roam, and he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Off the play fake. Hooker. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Hooker. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, just a shocking turn of events here. I mean, right when you thought this game had gotten away from them, they come roaring back and have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
Yeah, you're going to make me wax poetic here. Well, I don't know how good that's going to be, but to me, this is a testament to not giving up. The ethic that the coach instilled in them, that work ethic, that idea that you're never out of the game, well, this team has grasped onto that. They bought into it and have held each other accountable. They are never out of games, and they just proved it here.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And you can see they're in second place in the division, but they have clinched postseason football. That's the important thing. They currently have the best record among the wild card contenders, but they want to make sure they finish this season strong.
And isn't that the case each and every year about one division that ends up being the top-loaded division? And unfortunately this year, it's theirs. But you could spin it and say, hey, they've been tested, and they've beaten a lot of good teams already. They will be prepared for the playoffs. Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. And Jackson going to hold on to it again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Nice effort defensively there from Cole Holcomb. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Jackson going to keep it running right. Oh, some strong running. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 34.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Jackson going to run.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
From the gun, Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson keeps himself upright. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And cue the applause, and there it is for him, the mark he's been aiming for all season long. 1,000 yards. Just the 3rd quarterback to reach that milestone, joining Lamar Jackson.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Gus Edwards, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Tucker now to add the point after. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And it was polished off by the Gus Edwards touchdown run. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. George Pickens and the Steelers headed back out for another series.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
Do you want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know. We'll
throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
Hooker now on 2nd down.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Kyle Hamilton running up from his safety spot and earning the sack.
He saw the pressure and he got out, but he never got upfield. And the defense, they took full advantage of a rookie mistake there. They were able to add a big loss on the sack.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Looking to throw. Hooker. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
2nd and 6 coming up. And they run with Edwards off the option. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Again, it's Edwards. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
They'll run here with Edwards. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call.
Here's Hooker. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now.
Throwing here is Hooker.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The towels are waving. Steeler fans on their feet. It's 3rd down.
Now Hooker. He's got Pickens. Complete.
And some space here. Now he's loose again. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down.
Oh, what a play, but he couldn't get out of bounds, and you've got no timeouts. They've got to get to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
Ball resting on the 20. This is 2nd and 10.
Hooker to throw. And that is caught, and the record is his. It's a touchdown.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts him in striking distance, and let me...
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Jackson to throw. That's going deep for Bateman. That is incomplete.
And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Ravens who won the toss. They'll get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
3rd down and 13.
First throw in overtime now for Jackson. A short, and I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He's thankful.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
49, check 49.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Trying to improvise. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here's Hooker.
Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there in overtime. 48 yards.
Just straight money right there. The biggest drive of the game, a chance to win it in overtime. If they've been saving that play, they sure pulled it out at the right time. A huge turn of events there.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
Charles, normally